Some Etsy sellers focus a lot on title and tags, and for good reason. It's the main data the Etsy algorithm uses to place you in the search results. But what if you're handed the ball and you fumble it? Unfortunately, that is the case for a lot of people. Great SEO, that doesn't seem to do the trick. So what do we do to fix this? What other metrics should we be focusing on to get more sales for our stores? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dave. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. I do new videos all the time on Etsy and e-commerce success. And shout out to everybody checking the links in the description for helpful resources. So today I want to talk about some other metrics that the Etsy algorithm uses to judge you and to give you more visibility. A lot of people focus on title and tags, and that's great. That's what the Etsy algorithm uses to index you. But if you're qualified to show up just with your title and tags, what makes the difference between those who do show up on page 1, 2, and 3 and those who don't? These metrics I'm referring to are based on human behavior. And human behavior is the main driving factor to tell an algorithm what's valuable, what's, desirable, and what isn't. So the first one I want to talk about today is conversion rate. It is a measurement between the views and the sales. So if you have 100 views and 1 sale, that's a 1% conversion rate. So on Etsy, 1 to 3% I've seen is the average. Anything above that, you're doing great. Anything below 1%, you definitely need to evaluate what's going on. So it is a marketplace, so that's why you're going to see 1 to 3% be average. If you were doing a standalone website or landing pages, things like that with targeted paid traffic, you will see higher percentage on conversion rate as well as click-through rate. But it's a marketplace. It's like a mall, essentially. So let's talk about boosting your conversion rate. If you have a low conversion rate, or even if you want to boost it, you want to evaluate your listings for hangups. Number 1, is a customer able to come to your listing and easily understand how to buy it? This is a big problem for custom products, or even just products that are a little bit more unique and not as straightforward. So for example, is your customer going to come to your listing and easily be able to understand what they're purchasing, how to purchase it, etc., and the details behind it? If it is a product that is in a specific industry that a lot of people need to know, hey, is this a hypoallergenic metal or something to that effect, like for jewelry? You want to make sure you have that in your infographic as well as your description. Otherwise, you're going to get that question a lot. Another way to boost your conversion rate, now that I mentioned that, is if you have FAQs that you aren't addressing in your description and your image, and you've gotten comfortable because people are buying and you're making a decent amount of money already, but you haven't addressed it. That's one thing you can do to boost your conversion rate. Make sure you do address it. Whenever you get an FAQ, a frequently asked question, make sure you address it in an infographic as well as your description, because that will shorten the product purchase path on your listings, the time where somebody sees it to the time somebody purchases it. So there's lots of things you can do to boost your conversion rate and focus on those things. Etsy wouldn't show you that statistic in your dashboard if it wasn't important to them. But the main topic of today's video is click-through rate. It's a very interesting thing what Etsy has done. When you hover over a listing, it immediately starts playing the video if you have uploaded a video. If somebody hovers over it and they start seeing that video and it's perfectly showing each angle of the product and it shows them everything that they would see and have to click on to see, then it really helps boost the click-through rate, because now they're onto your product listing page and hopefully purchasing. But if you don't have a video on your listing nowadays, it can hurt your click-through rate. And that's what I want to talk about today. Is I want to show you how to create a video quickly with a tool that I have found that makes it super quick for you, called Bool Video. Let's jump right into my computer and just show you how quick you can make one of these videos. So here we are in the Bool Video dashboard. I'm literally just going to click here, go super quick on this to show you how easy it is. There's 3 modes. You can do conservative, moderate, or wild. It's where they splice in stock footage and stuff like that. So I actually want to do conservative since it's going to be an Etsy listing. I want it to be only the photos from the Etsy listing. And it's going to be, utilizing only your provided images on the conservative one. moderate and limitless. These ones are for like if you were doing a post or something to that degree. But since we want this video to be for somebody hovering over our Etsy listings, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose conservative. Definitely check out these different modes here because you can get wild with it as the name implies. So we're going to hit Etsy listing here. They definitely tend to those things. We're going to choose 1:1 because we want it to be square for our Etsy listing. Hit next. I'm just going to upload a few different photos. I'm taking the photos from the main cutting board, from one of the biggest cutting board listings off of Etsy, just as an example. It comes to this page, you add some more. You could even throw your infographics in like I'm doing right here. Because when somebody hovers over your listing, and you can portray all that information in a split second with the video, then that's going to increase your click-through rate big time and therefore your ranking. So it's super useful to use this tool to make the videos super quick. If you don't have editing skills and stuff like that, then of course this is very, very priceless. Highly recommend trying it out. Description has the link for you. Video theme, I'm gonna just type in product display, and then it's just gonna do what we want it to do. You could tell it more. You could tell it exactly what to do. This is essentially telling it the AI what to do. But since I chose conservative and since I'm just typing in product display, it's going to do what we want it to do. It's going to pump out about 3-4 videos for us, which is extremely useful. So imagine that somebody hovered over your listing and then they see a video like this. Then they see the infographic, another photo of the product, and then something else. Super, super useful. Don't have to edit anything. Very good to boost the click-through rate. Could even hit regenerate if you want to. And then you have a bunch of different versions. So as you can see, it's extremely quick to make a video with this tool. I want to show you one other thing. This is for my POD sellers that are worried about the banning effect with all the weird mockups, using mockups everyone else is. You have a background remover here. So let's say you have a mockup that everybody has. I grabbed this listing off the top of just hitting close on Etsy, and you might recognize this mockup as a mockup that literally everybody and their mother uses. So you just upload it and wait for the background remover to take out the background. Then you replace the background with something else. So that way, if there is any rogue AI bots banning people for having the same mockups, this can sidestep that system and hopefully take you away from those weird AI bans that have been going on. So I definitely recommend making videos for your Etsy listings. In Bool Video, you can make it really quick, and when you hover over a listing, it does that. Definitely will increase your click-through rate and therefore your clicks and your sales and your views. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can try Bool Video in the description below. Go ahead and ask me anything in the comments, and have a beautiful day.